This is an ASTRO tuning for the collective, addressing the upcoming full moon in Aquarius on August the 1st, depending on where you are in the world. In a month with 2 full moons. Just relax and take a deep breath while you allow the frequencies of planets and luminaries to wash over you, to assist you at this time in the most harmonious way of harnessing these energies for your highest good. I am going to be addressing a few of the aspects surrounding this full moon by using frequencies of each of the planets and luminaries involved. If you don't speak astrology, or even if you're an expert, know that this aims to bring an embodiment of these energies and for you to experience them in a sensory way in your body, distilling from them anything that you might need in a way that goes in perfect accord with your own sky map at birth, with your own unique blueprint. If you happen to know the placements of the planets, in which house they are doing their dance at this time, you can reflect more specifically, but otherwise you can just allow for this to fall upon you as a sound rain and trust that it will reach exactly the places where it's needed most. So this full moon is happening in the axis of Aquarius and Leo. I'm going to touch first on the frequency of the sun. Every full moon is an opposition of sun and moon, but this one also finds us in an axis where the sun is the ruling planet or luminary of Leo. Leo is our individual self and represents our gifts, our expression, our creativity. The sun represents even the heart, love, generosity, and as a solar energy, it likes to radiate that love. Express itself. So bask in this energy of the sun frequency as represented by Leo, where the sun will be standing, traveling during this full moon. The moon will be full in the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius represents the archetype of the collective, as if it was the mosaic of the many that forms the whole. I like that metaphor as I'm an artist. It is idealistic, it is altruistic. It understands in its highest octave solidarity, the bigger picture. It is the higher mind, the visionary. It is autonomous, but humanistic. This is where the gifts of Leo get expressed for the highest good of the collective. This is where the moon is becoming full, calling the expression of your gifts for the highest good of the collective. A future that sees the bigger picture for humanity in an idealistic, innovative, but altruistic way. Receive now the frequency of Uranus, this planet that has an orbit that is quite unusual, very different from most, symbolizing precisely its uniqueness, its aim for innovation. That's why it can symbolize the future. As such, as a planet that has an orbit that doesn't match many of the others, Uranus can also bring the unexpected, surprises, and even disruption. It can bring a lot of creative energy as well. And right now, since it's traveling through Taurus, you may want to see it as inviting you to renew your values, your self-esteem, the way you express your creativity, even your relationship to beauty, in abundance, in harmony, all things Venus. This is the frequency of Jupiter. As Jupiter, it's also in Taurus. It's going to be squaring the Sun and Moon, expanding those energies of the Leo Aquarius axis, perhaps inviting into grounding that creative energy that is available for us through Uranus, both of them being in Taurus. I am inviting now the frequency of the planet Mars. As Mars is in Virgo at the moment, is going to be trining this energy of Jupiter in Taurus, inviting action, motion. This depends on where in your chart you have each of these planets for more specific understanding of what you can be addressing, working on, reflecting on at this time. I am going to invite now the frequency of Venus. Venus recently started her retrograde time, a very long time in Leo. So where the Sun is going to be for this full moon. A time of reflection on all things Venus, from beauty and harmony to material possessions, money, your values, your self-love, reflecting and renewing all of these aspects as possible for you at this time. There is a yod, a finger of God, that involves Venus, Pluto, and Neptune. So these Venus aspects are invited through Pluto, the planet of transformation, to be transmuted. This is the frequency of Pluto. To be elevated through transformation. Towards the highest octave of love that is represented by the planet Neptune. If Venus is human love, incarnated love, you could think of Neptune as more transcendental, all-encompassing, universal love. I'm going to briefly touch on Mercury as well. This is the frequency of Mercury. That is going to be opposing Saturn, inviting some reflection in the areas where it might be in your chart as relating to communication, perhaps, and all things mercurial. So receive this frequency of Mercury. That will also be traveling through Virgo, while Saturn is across in Pisces. So I'm inviting the frequency of Saturn to bless you as well, for this opposition to manifest in a fruitful way, to bring reflection where needed, as that's the true invitation of Saturn. I'm going to close by inviting the frequencies of Mars and Venus, as they almost met in Leo, but only got to glance at each other as Mars kept traveling towards Virgo and Venus went retrograde in Leo. This is important because the nodes of the moon just moved to the Aries-Libra axis, which are signs ruled by Mars and Venus. This is the axis of me and us, which again is related to the theme of this full moon in the axis Leo Aquarius. So we'll be reflecting with this particular configuration of the nodes in all things that from Aries, me, courage, self-expression, Libra, relationships, us. We're seeking balance in these two signs that allow us to learn from a polarity that is so archetypal in its ruling planets, with Venus, the goddess of love, harmony, beauty, abundance, and Mars, the warrior. I feel we are called to heal the relationship between the divine feminine, calling upon the true divine masculine, leaving behind an era where confusion brought about an archetype that was of violence, of power over others, and bringing back the true divine masculine that is life affirming and protecting of innocence, and healing the divine feminine from any codependence, people-pleasing tendencies, allowing for an expression of love that is marrowful, deep, and bringing back the frequency of the earth. I invite you to connect with the ground under your feet or where you're seated. And imagine you have roots growing from your feet, from the base of your spine, perhaps growing deeper and deeper into the ground, into the soft soil of Mother Earth. As you ground these cosmic energies, you sink in the soft embrace of the Mother that holds you as a human being, offering you sustenance, sanctuary, every day, holding you as if gravity was the symbolic force of her loving embrace. You can allow those roots to reach the crystalline core of the earth and anchor you there as you bask in the wisdom of the cosmic energies I have showered you with during this astro tuning. I am bathing you now with binaural beats in a loving frequency that will allow you to distill from this astro tuning exactly what you need at this time to navigate the energies in harmony and wisdom, lovingly expressing the best of your gifts in an Aquarian fashion for the highest good of all, in an altruistic, highest love. Blessings.